Another LifeTalk episode. This time, not just a podcast, but we decided to do a video too, because we got some questions about people saying, "Hey, I'm on YouTube. I don't use Spotify or iTunes, and I just want to watch you guys on YouTube." And I actually don't blame you because uh, we have a beautiful lady co-host, Nina, and
Hey
I love looking
everyone.
at her.
Hi. I'm sure like some people didn't know what I look like. This is what I look like in case you
Yeah.
haven't done my Instagram. But this is me. Hi. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Nina. I'm so happy to see you again. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Um, I just found out that that is from Zara, isn't it?
This is a Zara.
Yeah.
not
So
not an ad, but this is a Zara
it's not
shirt.
an ad. Oh, okay.
It's
All
not an
right.
ad. It's not an ad.
That's very unfortunate, guys. We gotta get like some ads in here.
We do. Definitely.
Um, it's totally fine. It's totally free what we're doing. There's no advertisements as of yet. Um, yeah, we do every week. We do like a questionnaire, and then the week after we do like a topic. So that's what we decided to do. So today we have the questions from you guys that you send in. We obviously, I'm going to be totally honest, we had to select, the top, I think 7, top 8, I don't know,
Mhm.
because there was just a lot of questions, also related to, what has already been asked. Marriage, will you
Proposal.
marry
Yes.
me? Uh, you already know the answer, so there's no reason for me to address that. And the rest of the questions I haven't seen because Nina has them and Mark sent them over to you. So I'm very excited.
Okay, how do you get so many proposals? I haven't gotten a single proposal yet. What's your secret?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
No, it's true. I haven't gotten a proposal. I'm still waiting for that one for my boyfriend, but like it seems like you keep getting so many on Instagram. What is your secret?
It's very interesting what you're saying here. I think it's an ID that people have. I think it's two actually, yeah, the ID. And because I've been affiliated with um show
Hmm.
that has in relation to, well, I wasn't on 90 Day Fiancé. I wasn't like in the original one. I was in
Yeah,
the one where you still get to know someone. So it's like, but still, like, so like I guess a lot of women might think, oh, he didn't marry someone, so let me try. Just gonna put it out there on Instagram or Facebook or on his Twitter and for everybody to see. And I think it's very, very brave to do that. Um, to just open your heart and ask, and Instagram is one thing, but we talked about it before about the JFK proposal in person. That
yeah,
that's like beyond, which I'm still struggling with sometimes, because I hope she's doing okay. If you're listening right now, God bless you. I really hope that you find your husband and that you allow yourself some time to get to know each other first before marriage. As much as I understand that wedding is really, or marriage is really important to you. Um, yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with taking your time. And
right.
maybe that does sound super European or Dutch, as people say. Oh no, like then let it be. But I think, guys, we should be very, very, like, I'm old school like that. When I marry, it should be like the intention, and I guess for everybody, is to be that for life. And I think if we end up in a wedding or marriage too quick, too soon, it will also result in, oh, I didn't know that about you, and
Hmm.
that's a that's a phase that you have to go through before all that.
Definitely. And I think
So
that's the
yeah,
issue with the show itself, like 90, the whole franchise, but also like I think that's the issue with a lot of celebrity weddings that they just kind
yeah,
of like rush into it and then they get divorced very quickly because they
yeah.
didn't know certain things about each other. And then once that comes out, it's like, yeah. I think that's a good
Very
segue.
sad.
Hmm.
What?
It's a good segue into the question that I got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
So
But like, let me get back real quick too, because I do want to address that. You have never been asked.
no.
Can't believe it. Okay. Well, you know what? What my advice is to you, Nina?
Mhm.
Go on a reality TV show.
Okay.
Um,
So you and
and
I can actually go on 90 Day Fiance together.
what?
I'll be the
You and
American.
I? No, not you. Whoa,
I'm just kidding.
whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think you should go with your boyfriend. And yeah, it
I'm
will be
totally
interesting.
kidding.
It will be
Totally
interesting.
kidding.
Yeah, no. We're not kidding. We are actually.
You are
Um,
kidding.
but I think, yeah, I think that will, change a lot. Same if you
Yeah.
go on a show, any show, reality TV, people personalize things, people resonate, people are so into whatever you do. Like, it's sometimes frightening. Like, they want to know every single thing. Like, I have fans that, and I'm not gonna mention names, but they message me every day, the whole day. Like, and then some people are like, "You missed my DM. You missed my DM." Well, that's because there are people that send DMs to me the whole day. I love you, marry me, naked pictures,
Oh my
married
God.
women. So the amount, and that's sometimes I'm like, wow, like, I'm not even like a celebrity. You know what I mean? At least I don't consider myself, because some people say I don't consider myself a celebrity. Um, so the amount of people that send those DMs, like, like, it's obsessive, um is something else. And then, like, yeah, I do miss a lot of DMs, message requests, with people with like a sincere question, like, oh, can I book you for this event? Or like, oh, like, like, the link for the coaching program doesn't work. And so now I hired Mark, and Mark just goes through a lot of them,
Hmm.
and then filters them, and then the business inquiries that go to my email. But
Cool.
still, we still miss a lot of DMs. Like, can you imagine how much business I miss because of obsessive
Like
DMs about
how
marry me
many
and stuff?
how many DMs do you get a day?
Over, like, I don't know, because it's like after 100 you don't see it anymore. You don't see
Oh,
it anymore.
really?
No, like, after 100 it's like 99 plus.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
I've never been. I know what. I don't get more than like 3 DMs, so I've never been in that
But
position.
I'm wondering what kind of DMs do you get?
I don't get.
Probably
I
like,
just get DMs from my friends. I you know what, on Facebook, and I've seen this happen a lot on 90 Day. Like I used to get hit on by guys, random men from Armenia. I guess they would see my last name, and then it's an Armenian last name.
yeah.
But I'm not even active on Facebook at all. Like I'm not even that active on social media in general.
Hmm.
But I used to get like really weird messages from men from Armenia trying to date me. And then they
Oh my
get
god.
really aggressive. Once you start ignoring them, that's when they get really aggressive and mean. And that's like, I hate that.
Are you
Um,
serious?
no one really
Wow.
like messages me. Yeah, it's a little annoying, huh? Okay. Should we? I'm super excited that we got all these questions. I'm very excited to answer them, especially the email that I got. I was very flattered that someone reached out to me. So, you guys, email me, DM me, comment, whatever.
Mhm.
So I wanted to read this question. Her name is Rebecca, all the way from England. So thank you so much for listening. I'm very excited. Hi, Nina. Me and my fiance, George, love yours and Jesse's podcast. We listen all the way from Manchester, England. We are getting married soon and want to know what tips you would give for marriage. Thanks, Nina. Heart.
Oh, that's
Um,
sweet. So
I know
sweet.
it's very
Yeah.
sweet. So first of all, congratulations to you and George. That's so
God bless
exciting.
you guys.
So exciting. It's funny how she asked me and you because you and I are both unmarried. But what tips could we?
Yeah, we are. I wonder
But I
why.
feel like we have like a good grasp on like relationships in general and life.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think if you went through it, um, then you know.
mhm.
But what do we really know? We don't know anything, do we? So nobody really knows. I think every marriage is different. So if you are now, and it's beautiful. I always get emotional when I hear it, right? I don't know why. I think it's every love story like has something that touches me, um,
Mhm.
and I just want to say that you guys, you're unique. Your love story is unique, and therefore nobody can really give you advice. Nobody can tell you this, you should do this or that. All you can do is listen to each other, be there when your partner needs you the most, and that could be on times that you don't anticipate it on it, or that you are upset. And I think that what a lot of times what we're missing these days, we're so self-absorbed, right? We're so busy with ourselves and like everything that's going on around us, our work, that we in partnerships often forget to really empathize with what's going on with that person, my partner I love. And that's where a lot of people listen to reply and not listen to understand. So actually sit down with each other, and talk and communicate. And I think if you water each other that way, I think you can have a beautiful, long lasting wedding. That's really
Mhm.
all I can say.
I agree. I agree. I was gonna say open communication that like goes along with what you said, and this goes for marriage or relationships in general. Open
Mhm.
communication. If something is bothering you, you guys should discuss it instead of bottling it in and then becoming passive aggressive and giving each other like silent treatment and whatnot.
Mhm.
Be open with how you're feeling, and also pick and choose your battles. I used to like, I don't know if I just hit the mic. I used to overreact for everything, and I literally had to like teach myself, like literally tell myself, don't react. If my boyfriend said something that I didn't like necessarily agree with
Mhm.
or got annoyed by, I would have to tell myself like, Nina, it's okay. Like in my mind, I would say it's okay. Just
I
don't
love that.
react. Because like I used to react, and then 5 minutes later, like we would start arguing because I reacted. 5 minutes later, I would regret reacting, and I would just say like, I don't know why I reacted, and I'm over this argument. So I think pick and choose your battles, open communication, and you guys will be good. Hopefully. I mean, there's obviously so many other factors, but I think those are key.
And Nina and I both hope to get married one day too.
Not to
And
each other. unless
the,
unless this is my proposal.
yeah, before you get like, what did you get? Like comments? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, someone
Like,
commented me asking
uh,
if we're dating. I was like, no.
no, we're not. So yeah. Um,
Yeah.
we are both hosts of the incredible podcast that you guys
Podcast.
are always listening to every week, and we thank you for that, because we love doing that, and we love connecting with you this way,
Hmm.
and keep sending in your questions.
Yeah. So thank you again, Rebecca, for writing to me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for listening. Spread the word. Should we move on to the other questions? And these ones are like primarily directed towards you, the following ones. So here we go. And this one kind of made me laugh. Where will you be for Thanksgiving, baby? From Paisley in Texas.
Based in Texas, I think she was at my meet and greet in New York. We're in Jew Paisley. um, I remember that name. Sorry, meet and greet in Brooklyn. Yeah. So basically, where will I be for Thanksgiving? I will be after my trip to Barcelona. I will be going to New York, and that will be the 24th. Um, and I'm gonna stay there for 2 weeks. Um, and after that, I will head back to Amsterdam, and then eventually LA again. But I will primarily just be in New York to. I think I did a post on that to work with Goggle. Sorry, yeah, if I pronounce it right. It's like an organization to help the homeless during Thanksgiving, giving toiletries, food, clothing. So that's why I'm there for. Um, and because like every year, we had such a beautiful success last year. It was called, like, with my team, the Good Cause tour, the Give Back tour. Sorry, And the Give Back tour was such a success. We had like a part you saw actually in the tell-all episode. They just showed it in a light where there was no context, but it was actually part of the Give Back tour, which is creating awareness about loneliness in senior facilities. Great project, and it
Mm-hmm.
needs to be talked about because there's so much loneliness in senior living places. There's so much loneliness in nursing homes. So that's a part of what we do, but also the giving back to the homeless, also the philanthropy projects, the donations. So that's all part of the Give Back tour through the US. And then this year we're doing more for the homeless. And then I think I'm also speaking at a university at the end of November for a group of students.
Which
So that's what I'm
university?
going to be. What?
Which university?
That's a good question. That's in my email, but Mark set that up, and we're gonna video it, so you'll see that. But
Exciting.
it's gonna be happening in a New York university. I think for first year students,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be part of that tour. So I'm very excited about that. So New York again. Not Texas. I really hope still to somewhere down the line find a way to get into Texas because a lot of people are from Texas, and I hear a lot of great things about Texas.
See, this is the Jesse that wasn't shown, I feel like, on the show. Giving back, good guy Jesse. So it's good that we have this
Because it
podcast.
doesn't sell, sweetheart. That's why, and it's
Yeah.
so sad. It breaks my heart too. That's why I posted. You saw my Instagram post.
Which one? I
The
probably
last
did.
one,
Which one?
the video, the IGTV
Uh-huh. Yeah,
video
yeah,
I
yeah.
posted. That was actually like a summary of the Give Back tour. Why did I post that? Because I wanted to show the whole context and everything we did from that speaking event at a senior facility,
Mhm.
but also all the other things.
I
And
love
that's
that.
just where I'm like, never take more out of life than you are willing to give back. That's just what I live by. The 40-60 rule, always giving back more than I gain.
Mm-hmm.
Before all the show, before all acting, when I was just in the military and maybe had not even 1,000 followers, I was still helping. I was still doing the same thing. I was just doing it on a smaller scale. And now I'm just grateful and very honored and humbled to be able to do it for many more. And I will continue to do so. And I hoped that there was a little bit of room on television for that message to be shared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
a portion of it.
unfortunately, not how I thought it would. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Still, the majority gets it. The majority sees like, oh, he's there to like, you know what I mean? Because they follow me, they get the context. He's there with older people, but there's also people that won't get that because they don't follow me. They don't know the context, and that's sad because it's a really important message, and I think it would hopefully trigger people like, oh wow, well, like even the question I ask in my Instagram post, what are you doing this year? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna be a spectator, or are you gonna be in the arena? Are you gonna be actually doing something? And so I really want people to think and to realize, legacy over currency always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. That's the part of you I think that wasn't shown on the show, like I said. And even when you came back for the tell-all, it was just like they kind of touched on it, but not really.
No, not really, because like it didn't, like a lot of the conversations I had with Sean
Mm-hmm.
were about incredible projects, and obviously that was not interesting because um, yeah, that was not shown. That was just cut out. Um, so again, I'm not complaining at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining because I know the narrative of the show. I
Mm-hmm.
understand the process. Post production, edit, does what they want to do.
Yeah.
And I was there on invite, and I come there with a mission, to not include in that dramatic what they want and what they set up, right? Confront, like, ask Jesse why he's here, and like however he was like after the tell, like, I apologize so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they told me they were orchestrated to do that. But like
Yikes.
this was I'm really glad it happened, and I will tell you why. Because it showed a perfect example of you are never in control of what happens around you, really, but you are
Mm-hmm.
always in control of how you respond.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just a perfect example on national television, um, for anyone to see that. You know, I
Totally.
really just was there. Like, you wanna behave like that? That's up to you. You know what I mean? That's on you. Like, I'm not there for you. I'm not interested in you. Do your thing. You know what I mean? I'm there separate. I'm coming up separate. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about philanthropy, and I want to inspire people. And yeah, and unfortunately, then it was very clear what the direction was that they wanted it to go.
Definitely.
So all I could do is remain the calm and classy and just rise above.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's like the viewers wanted a completely different reaction, but that's something also that I noticed how cool and calm you were. I was like, oh, it's so like nice that you didn't react to how they wanted you to react. You were just like
Exactly.
literally you were there doing your own thing, minding your own business, and that's what it was. And
And I think it was kind of
yeah,
upsetting for TLC a little bit,
it,
because I think they expected me to be like, oh my god, well, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, and that's like ratings. You know what I mean? Like that's.
mhm,
But I feel that we, whether you are an actor, whether you are whatever you are a viewer, we're all part of this, because as a viewer we love to watch it. We love
mhm,
our little piece of drama, but that also gives us a bigger moral responsibility to also spread positivity and make positivity louder, and
mhm,
because we feed into it, we are all guilty of it, me too, especially. um, so it gives us a bigger moral responsibility to make positivity louder, and then it
yeah,
is up to post production to include that in the way that they want to include that. But the majority of the people will still get it, and that's my mission, to spark the brain and to um, you know reach that.
mhm. And I'm glad you like touched on that. So like any 90 Day fans that are listening, so now you guys know a little bit more of a backstory as to how that whole thing went down. Um, should we move on to the next question?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay,
we always
okay.
try to do it within 30 minutes, and it's always
Yeah,
challenging,
we
guys.
talk a lot, you guys.
Yeah,
We talk a lot. Okay, big fan from Atlanta. Ordered the calendar today. Love your guys' podcast,
thank
and
you.
was wondering, thank you, and was wondering if you will be back on TV and what is your opinion on the direction of it. Claire from Atlanta.
Okay,
I'm curious
thank you
about
for
this one.
ordering that calendar. Supporting great causes as well, the Heart Foundation this year, and self enhancements. So that's wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for ordering a calendar. Make sure to send me a DM or tag me, and I'll repost it. Um, Also, love Atlanta, and I can't announce if I'm going to be back on TV because NDAs. I don't want to end up in any lawsuits again, right? And just
Again.
well, again, like I said on the tell-all, I had to involve a lawyer
Oh yeah,
to
you're
make
right.
sure that my ex stopped stalking me. Now it's finally done stalking, so I'm so happy, and I want to keep it that way. That's why I didn't want to like see, you know what I mean? Because I don't want.
Hmm. So you didn't see
Uh,
her at all at the tell-all?
Oh no, no, I didn't want to. I said absolutely. It was like I like. Let me be clear. Like once I was invited, I made like a certain I'm only coming under these. You know what I mean? Under these
Mm-hmm.
restrictions,
Mm-hmm.
and so they went with my list of like, all right, I want to keep it separate. I want to do this. So yeah, and then we made it happen. So that's why
Okay.
I'm like just chilling and just coming in with like totally separate. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I can't announce if I'm going to be back on TV in 2020. To answer your question about what direction TV is going. I think we covered that a little bit with the previous question. Um, Drama is just going to be worse, and it's going to just be exploited. That's something we've learned from this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
My if you ask me, my moral responsibility, or sorry, my ethical viewpoint, if somebody has a criminal record, if somebody is diagnosed with certain mental disorders, I think, I believe that we shouldn't exploit them for ratings other than educational purposes. So with that, I mean documentary style of filming, create more awareness about borderline personality disorders. You know what I mean? Or that's different. Then you can use someone with a mental disorder to help people. But if you have someone who's ill or has an addiction, and you find that to be entertaining, and you continue to exploit that, that's where I have doubts of whether or not that should be happening. um, Again, I'm not executive producer. I'm not in a position to say,
Mm-hmm.
but that's my moral point of view. And that's why I can't watch, or I don't want to watch certain things. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's cringe. It's like, it's not like you know what I mean? It's not, it goes too far. Like people
Mm-hmm.
even talk about like abuse. It's up to people. People talk about, I'm not going to mention couples, I'm not going to mention names, but if you have disorders or if you have addiction, um I don't know. So that's a direction where I feel like let's not go there, because again, we need to make positivity louder a lot more. And it's just, I believe there's gonna be market for that,
Mm-hmm.
but we gotta do it in a way that it's gonna be reaching the people. So like, and that is obviously love. People want to see a love story. Drama, you still have drama that can be happening maturely. Mature problem, like, you know how you like, oh, we have to go through a challenge. Like relationships are dirty, like, you know what I mean, like it can be very dirty. um but show it in a way that it has a positive direction, where people can be like, wow, this is real, this is authentic, this is actually mature couple that's stable, emotionally and physically, whatever. No, physically it doesn't matter, but I mean, like, there's no underlying issues there.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't think the show likes that very much. I think the show just like literally looks for the most ridiculous couple like pairing that they can find, and they're just like, okay, you're on the next season.
I
And I
hear you,
think
and I think what you say is what a lot of viewers think. And yeah, is that the direction where we want to go? I wish we had like a producer here or something so we can talk about it, because I'm really curious, like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, like I'm also talking as a viewer now, because I started watching it. I never heard about it, and then when I was on it, I started watching it. I was like,
Mhm.
wow, cringe.
Oh yeah.
This is not okay. Is it really just edit and audio drops and like this? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the edit is insane. The editing job is incredible what they do, but like, there's still people involved that have disorders or addiction or criminal records.
Yeah, and a lot of that has come out. Like I've been reading about that lately. Like I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah,
I'm sure if people are a fan of the show and have been keeping up the since taping ended, like you probably know. But there's news coming out that like this cast member is on prescriptions to like
yeah,
for a mental disorder, or also like like stories about domestic abuse that have come out. And
yeah.
I don't think the show focuses on that at all. They just try to get, again, like the most ridiculous couple to put them on TV just to get viewers. And
Yeah, because like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I hope that answers your question a little bit. But it is certainly a really good question. Thank you for sending that in.
Thank you. Was her name Claire? Claire, yeah, thank you, Claire. Next question from Sarah in Vancouver. What are you writing your book about and when will it be done? Excited about this.
My book. Wow. I think Sarah is part of the Patreon, the inner circle. So she knows about the book because every Patreon member gets early access to it and discounts. It's going to be about intermittent fasting and how it's going to be an incredible book. It's really going to change your life in a really, really great positive direction, in losing weight, in mental clarity, in energy. You gotta watch out for this book. I'm going to Barcelona to get away from everything and just focus on it. But I'm halfway, so I want to keep it be like around 100 pages. I don't want to I want people to like process it easily, not
Tell
too
me a
like
little
scientific. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about intermittent fasting. Are you
So
saving this for the book or can you?
yeah, we don't have much time, unfortunately, but I will give you a little bit. So intermittent fasting is basically intermediate fasting, right? So you have like an 18 hour, as an example, an 18-hour fasting window, and then after the 18 hours of fasting, you have an 8-hour window where you can eat. So I give you an example. Um, I right now with my traveling have that 8-hour window, which is the minimum, the absolute minimum. Because if you like if you fast less than 18 hours, it's scientifically not working. So you don't get into that fast. So if you have that 8-hour window, you basically eat your calories that you need throughout the day in those 8 hours. And then 18-hour fast, I go in from 6 p.m. till 10 a.m. in the next morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like so the opposite of that. Maybe I should try this out once the book comes out.
You get really lean. You get really, it's incredible. So I'm really writing about the tools and the tricks, and it's gonna be helping a lot of people, and that's what I want to do. So I'm really excited about this. I actually wanted to publish it after my graduation, but it's just not ready because it's taking a long time with the edit, and you want it to be nice. You don't want it to
Yeah.
just like drop.
Yeah,
So,
not rush through it. Cool.
yeah.
I'm like excited for that. Okay, let's see here. Jesse, is it true first of all, love this and love this show. Jesse, is it true you are doing the Bachelorette 2020? P.S. We love you and Megan has a secret crush on you. Don't tell her
Oh,
boyfriend.
Megan.
Kate and Megan from LA or
Well,
Louisiana.
Megan, I won't tell your boyfriend. It's okay.
Hopefully he's not
Uh,
listening.
love you too. And if I'm gonna be on the, I can't say, but I do know there's a lot of articles. There's a lot of rumors. I see them in my comments too. I miss comments, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I read them, and I know that there's like perception about 2020 Bachelorette.
The thing I love doing the most is watching The Bachelorette and 90 Day Fiance. Those are my shows. So if you're on The Bachelorette, I'm going to freak out. I will freak out if you're on The Bachelorette. I'll be so excited. I'm so
Okay.
excited. Yeah.
What show I'm gonna be on? You gotta have to see, but it could be any show technically, right? So
Okay, I'm
there's plenty
excited.
of shows. There's also Real Housewives,
You can be a
Bravo.
real housewife, yeah.
We have TLC shows a lot. We have, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
But next year there is gonna come an update. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm so excited. You guys, even though we do this podcast together, like I have no idea. I'm finding these updates out with you guys.
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
very
by the
excited.
way, I say for sure. I can never say for sure because at the end of the day, what I've learned is I filmed things and they never aired. So like, you never know. In 2020, they might be like whatever. We just skip it. So never for sure, but it there is a possibility that that update will come or not. But I don't know what show. I don't know for what. that's what you gotta have to find out. But thank you for your love and support. I love you too.
Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, excited. We have two more questions. What is your honest opinion of reality TV? Love, Mary D.
Mary D. My honest opinion about reality TV. Wow. I think this is an interesting question. I guess I already like kind of answered that in the
Mhm.
previous ones. What do you think, Nina?
I love watching reality TV. I think the more I talk to you and the more I watch, like,
Mhm.
I mean, I keep going back to 90 Day because I watch that show a lot.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how scripted it can be or edited. What I used to like believe everything that I saw on TV. Now I'm just kind of starting to realize that not everything is as it appears. Um, and that's I think that's like a little annoying to me when I start to figure out that certain things aren't real that I thought were real. But
But
at the
like,
end
are
of
you
the day,
referring to like Maria and Caesar situation, or?
like that and a lot of I don't know, just a lot of either the scenes or
Mhm.
I've been finding out that certain relationships aren't real or you're not even just 90
Oh
Day, just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
also like
Mhm.
Kardashians. When I watch it, I'm like, oh, this part's totally scripted.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm being lied to and I don't like that. I just, but I
yeah.
also get that like no one's life is really that interesting because if I had a reality show, most of it would just be like me on the couch or me at work. So I get that there needs to be like certain scenes that people
Mhm.
need to do to make it interesting, but also it just like kind of annoys me that when I find out that it's not real.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. In my position, it's a little difficult to talk about it other than what I've said
Mhm.
before. I think there's good and there's bad, and I think what I believe, if I sit on the chair of an executive producer, I would love to see reality TV stop going to a Jerry Springer direction, just as an example, and more into. Can I give a good example? Um, More into a Nat Geo direction. I'm just mentioning two extremes. So
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean? Like more where people can be like,
Sure.
wow, like this is a real love. So like, the Notebook. Let's see, that was a beautiful love story. But like there was drama. There were challenges. There's always gonna be
Mhm.
challenges. It's still gonna be dirty, but it was positive drama. It was beautiful. It was, you know what I mean? People were
Mhm.
involved. I listen. I'm gonna be honest. I cried during the movie.
I think
I
everyone
don't.
did.
You know what? I don't cry watching reality TV. I cringe or I laugh.
Uh-huh. I know, same.
So I'm also not inspired when I watch reality TV. When I
Mhm.
watch a thing like a Notebook or a real beautiful romantic love story, right? I'm inspired.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's where I hope we can change the direction of reality. I don't think it will happen. So so
No,
so you
it's
know my
not going.
opinion right now, what I believe. I already said it, so I'm not going to repeat it. But it's certainly concerning in a lot of ways, because the more it's like the crazier you are, the more airtime you get,
Yeah,
and
totally.
the more you get exploited.
Totally. I agree. I agree. But also, I do want to say I still really enjoy watching reality TV. I don't want to say
Yeah.
like, oh, I hate
Oh,
it.
me
I
too.
still really like
Yeah.
it. I still really like it. And also, I said this on my podcast, like, I don't know, a few months ago, I was doing an episode, I think, on 90 Day Fiance. And I was saying that there's like so much negativity in the world that it's okay to want to just sit on the couch, not do anything besides watch like mindless television or just reality TV and
True.
unwind. So I hate when people are
True.
like, "Oh, you
But
watch."
with people that are, that's my, like what I said, with people that are mentally okay, you know what I mean, or
Mhm.
no addictions or no, that's all.
Yeah.
I think it's an ethical, like, you know what I mean, like barrier that needs to be in place.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like review people before they get into the show. And it
Yeah.
happens. It
Do they?
happens, but it
I don't.
really doesn't, because people are on it. with a criminal record, with a diagnosed record or whatever. So I'm like, okay, all right.
Even aside from 90 Day, like TLC has
Oh
another
yeah,
show that
no. I think every reality show. I'm not just talking about 90 Day. I'm talking about every reality show. You get like a little, like, you know what I mean, screening.
Mm-hmm.
But people still, like, I don't think it's like, I think it's a screening for technicality as opposed to an actual screening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even I'm talking
Uh,
about the show. Have you seen the show on TLC, Love After Lockup, where it's literally people who are in jail, they come out and they're in relationships with like people are having
no,
relationships with
I
like
have
people
not
in
seen
jail.
that. I have not seen that.
It's so
No,
bad.
is it
It's
really
so bad.
bad? Yeah.
It's
But
really bad.
is it like bad? But is it like also, is it like dysfunction a lot again? Like
Yes,
a
and
lot of
I've only seen
dysfunction?
like yes, I've only seen like
Okay.
one season. I stopped watching it, but it literally
Yeah.
people like get out of jail and they start like they relapse into heavy drugs and that's on TV and I'm like it's not a great.
I guess, you know what? Like, I guess that's just what it is. You know, I guess that's where we are.
Mm-hmm,
Like, that's just society right now. We just don't care anymore, right?
mm-hmm.
You're an alcoholic, you're bipolar, you're heavily depressed. Who cares? You know, the viewers love you. Here's a contract. You have no job? Wonderful. You know, like it breaks my heart because I guess it's a reflection of society.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we are, you
Yeah,
know, and I don't know.
maybe you can
Very
produce your own
yeah.
show one day since you have all these connections with
Well,
TLC. You can cast
with it's like, again, I'm coming to LA end of December. Gonna hopefully see you. It will probably be around the 28th of December. I'll let you know my exact flight details.
okay.
Um, but yeah, there's a lot of great people there, production companies. And,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
but yeah, I
Maybe
hope that answers the question a little bit. I think we already did.
we did. Okay. And one more question. Do you, and we kind of talked about this already, do you still take sperm donors? Serious question from couple in California. Thanks, V&M.
Am I still taking sperm donors? Was that your question? Whose question was that?
It's not my question.
Oh, I was like, I
Wait,
didn't hear.
wait, what? No, someone asked you if you, I guess, are still willing to donate sperm for them. Serious question from couple in California, and it's not me. No,
It's okay.
it's not.
It is in California. Do I still? Okay, so let me. I'm glad you asked this question, because there is some confusion about this. So let me clear it up once more. There was an article in Grazia, and there was about those requests, and there was one request that I took serious back then because it was from a lesbian married couple
Mm-hmm.
that wanted a baby but not an anonymous donor or, you know, from the bank. So actually met me through TV. So again, wonderful. And then they followed me for a long time on social and everything. And then they decided to reach out through email. I read the email, put tears in my eyes, and I wrote back. And I was like, let's, this is new to me. I've never heard this before. I'm a little overwhelmed, but I want to see if I can help you guys. So we planned like a Skype conversation. Just for clarification, it was about 1.5 years ago. And then I think we decided to proceed because we were both comfortable. We both had like a click.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we would just figure out the legal stuff, right? Because I thought that if they wanted that so bad, who am I to say no? Um, so I actually went to a bank to test, to the doctor, like, that tests your sperm, because I never tested my sperm. So I did that, and it was healthy. It was fine. It was really good. And then it was like I sent the results, and then I started thinking, and I was like, should I really proceed? And then I ended up um, saying that like, like, give it, like, let's give it some more time,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if my future partner might like the decision that I make now. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if that child might want to meet me one day, and I don't know if my partner is ready for that. My future
Yeah.
partner. Yeah.
So if
Does that make
someone were to
sense?
like, yeah. So if
Yeah.
someone were to seriously ask you right now, like, I mean, I don't know VNM. I'm not sure if it's a lesbian couple or if not.
I'm just
Would
not
you even
ready. Yeah.
consider that?
I'm not ready to make that decision right now. So if you have some patience, and I know, like, all right, yeah, this is something that I'm willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really willing to help you. Um, um, because I understand the wish. I think their email was really well written, and
Mm-hmm.
had a really good explanation of where they were and what they were looking for. Um, but yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I just want to make sure that, yeah, I take the time to make that right decision before
Mm-hmm.
I do it.
So
Because
no, right now.
if you ask me right now to, like,
Like
give it to
right
you
now.
right now, like in this moment, and ship it to you, no. But like, if you would be like, hey, in a month or 2 months from now, can you, think about your decision?
Mhm.
Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. A good answer. Well, those are all the questions that we got, but you
What is
guys.
your, because now I'm curious, like, what do you think about this?
In what sense? Would I give an egg to someone?
Yeah, well, like both, like, whether it's an egg or a sperm cell, like, do you think it's okay, it's not, like, what do you think?
I think it's totally like yeah, of course it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. There are people that can't have kids and they want to have kids and they want to experience like motherhood or fatherhood.
Yeah,
Um, so I think no
but
one
there
should be
are
deprived
sperm
of that.
banks for that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they just like the way you look and your personality and that you're educated. I don't know.
But
Um,
like, would you do it?
would I
Like,
do
would you
it?
give your egg to, like, a couple?
No, I don't think I wouldn't do it to a random couple. Like, let's say if my sister
Hmm.
needed it and she couldn't have kids, I would give it to my sister or my sisters.
That's beautiful.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but to a random, I no, no.
Well, I said, what's funny why I'm asking this is because I had the same response before I got that email.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got that email, it just started. It made me think. It made me like, wow. Um, not being emotional or like overly emotional about it, but like, I was like, who am I to say no if that this is like their wish, and they are fulfilled by that wish. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say no just because I'm like some entitled, like, oh, you can go to a sperm bank. No, if they don't want to go to a bank and they want to know exactly what they want and raise them happily and lovingly, and they had everything set, because that's why I wanted to Skype, um, then that's I don't see a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How would you feel though, like seeing your kid and then you can't take them home and raise them yourself? I feel like it's like
I don't
easy
know.
to
That's not
say,
going to
yeah, I
happen. No,
know.
they're going to birth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the whole donorship situation.
Mm-hmm. I think for
So that's
me,
why
it
I'm
would be
like,
like if I had even to my sister, like if I gave it to or just person, I feel like once I see that kid and I
mhm,
know that it's like half me, I'll
yeah,
be probably like a little sad or depressed knowing that I'm not going to be able to raise that kid and I don't
yeah,
know what kind of job that couple will do parenting that kid that I kind of helped create.
I
So I
hear
think
you.
it really,
Yeah.
I think I would be like stressed, honestly, knowing that, not knowing what's going on with that kid forever. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, I still haven't, I've not figured out 100% yet. And I think I do need to figure that out 100% before I can make
Mhm.
such a permanent decision. So yeah, that's all. I hope that answers the question.
I think you did a
Yeah.
good job answering it.
Yeah.
But that's all we have for today. I feel like we've been recording for a while now. I have no
I
idea.
think so too.
An
So yeah, I
hour.
guess it is what it is. Um, Either way, we have a great content. I want to thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next week with an actual topic again. But keep sending in your questions.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. It's @_Nina Lu. And then you can
100%.
DM me or email me directly from my Instagram. But
I
thank
would
you guys so much for
100% DM her. Um, um, I would really do that. No, she has a boyfriend though, but like she's beautiful. She's amazing. I think you should be having at least 100 DMs every day.
God,
Um,
that's the
yeah,
goal.
that's the
100
goal.
DMs
100%.
and at least a few proposals a day. Just so my boyfriend knows that there are other offers on the
Exactly.
table.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much, and we'll speak soon. We'll speak next week.
Yeah, good
All right.
night. Sleep
Thank you.
well.
Bye bye.